Jonathan. One time, bro.
Jonathan.
The one time, bro. The one time I spent a few nights in the Tombs down in the South Bronx.
Beautiful.
Good time. So yeah,
How was the food?
bro?
He didn't have no food.
Yeah, they did. They gave me cheese sandwiches. It was just straight up cheese,
Beautiful.
in like wrapped bread. And I hate cheese. I hate cheese alone. I'm pretty sure I'm lactose intolerant, but it didn't matter.
I have two good friends of mine that watch, and they love cheese. Shout out to my boy Paul.
Shout out to cheese.
Cheesy Paul.
Cheesy Paul. So I was in the grips of my addiction at this time. I was living in Eastchester with a hostage that.
A hostage.
Yeah. And I was making a run. I was supporting a habit now for two people because I had that. I'm very generous, and I'm like, hey, you should try some dope too.
You're holding it down.
Yeah, mainline it. It's the best. And so I'm supporting for two, not financially, just like connection wise,
Yeah.
So I'm running down to the Bronx to pick this stuff up, and the guy that I used to run with had. He worked for Con Ed at the time, and he worked the night shift. So remember we talked about the stripping copper times?
Yeah.
And so like, my God, stripping copper when you're freaking dope sick is the worst. But he was working that night,
Cheers.
and I need to prep our supply, me and my hostages supply for the next upcoming few couple days. And he couldn't make it. And the guy, drug dealers are not that reliable. And he was like, the guy's not ready, and I got to go to work, blah, 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 blah. But he was doing, work in the Bronx. So he said he had gathered for everybody. He's like, if you come meet me on the job,
Give you some extra.
No, I'll give you the money. You go run into the house, you pick it up, and then just bring whatever I need back to me. And then you got yours, and you
Deal, buddy. You can count on me.
You can sure count on me, buddy. I will be there. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So I go down there. I meet my buddy on the side of one of the streets that they're parked in the Bronx, and then I go to the spot. And this is the power of addiction, bro. I'm waiting for the guy to call me back, and he's texting me. He's like, dude, the apartment building just got raided, and I was like, that's cool. I'll wait. So I'm like on the side of the fucking road at 11 o'clock at night.
Let me know when it's done being raided.
Yeah.
I'm waiting, man.
The only white boy sitting down in this project, And I'm watching like the wagon leave and all the people leave. And I was like, all right, cool. Hopefully we're ready now. We're good now. And he did. He texted me. He's like, all right, they're gone. I was like, all right, cool. I'll be right in there.
That's how it was in the city.
Yeah, fuck
They
it.
didn't give a fuck.
No. So I ran up, met him. I remember I met him in the stairwell. I got my 4 or 5 bundles or whatever it was. And I ran back to the car, got in there. And I'm not dumb, right? So I'm going to leave that spot, that immediate spot I'm going to leave. Well, idiot, there's people watching the building because it was just raided. So I drove to my buddy where he was still working on the side, and I pulled up like probably 50 yards behind his Con Ed van, and I was like, all right, cool. I texted him, I got the shit.
Oh, my God, you brought him his stuff?
Yeah, hell yeah, bro. I'm good.
Wow.
Yeah. And I'm sitting there on the side of the road, and I'm like,
man.
and I'm like, I can see down the street. There's him. I got my rig out. I got all my stuff. I'm about to get right, This fucking Honda Accord pulls rolling up right next to me. 2 dudes jump out of the window, and they're like, open up the door, open up the door, banging on the window. And I'm like, what the fuck? And I have this set. I'm like, you can wait, buddy. You can wait.
You're going to have to wait, pal.
Yeah, you're going to have to wait. Well, better believe it. Once I opened that door, that was the undercover cops. They had followed me from the proyectos. Ripped me out of the car, threw me in the paddy wagon, got all the fucking dope. And my buddy watched this all happen from the back of his Con Ed truck. And this was on a Thursday night, man. So
You are a dumb fuck.
I know, so dumb. Addicted. And I went to, so I rode around for like 2 hours in the back of the van, which I didn't really give a shit with. We were picking more friends up along the way, And I was half in a nod. But then the real trouble came. Like, I got to central booking, and I was like, oh, cool. More new friends, And they put you in pens down there. Yeah, it's not like you're to a cell. There's like 50 other guys, and it smells. They call it the Tombs because it's like starts 4 like floors underground and you work your way up to like ground level. Oh my God. So I made it through the first night. And then the second night and the third night, I was sleeping on concrete, shitting my brains out with like one toilet, man. One fucking toilet for like 50 dudes, bro.
Good times.
Making connections in there. I'm
Oh,
like,
yeah, dude.
bro, I'm going to talk to you. when
Learning
I get
all
out,
kinds
'cause
of new stuff.
I need
man.
what you got, you know? Yeah, so that was my my one time I spent the weekend in Central Booking. I had to burn those fucking clothes, man. I got out of there. I couldn't. That smelled so. It was like it's not even a smell you could describe with like regular descriptor words. It's like you'd have to describe it with emotions. It was like pain and despair and like.
Ugh.
Oh my God!
You ever smell it? Just be out and about and like, oh my God, that's.
No. I can't. I've never. I haven't even brought. I think that was a smell specific to the tombs, man. It was so disgusting because I'm sleeping on the floor. Everything I wore was like had a dingy color to it by the time I got out of there because I'm sleeping on dirt and the ground and like ass and